Hey guys! In today's video, I have a what sold video for you going through 1 week of sales in August between the dates of August 24th through August 30th. I have a bunch of sales on Poshmark and a bunch of sales on eBay to go through with you guys. So let's just dive in.
All right, guys, let's hope I don't freeze up, but I might. So you'll have me as long as you'll have me. Let's dive into Poshmark. There are a few sales that I'm skipping, as well as on eBay, because I went through them in a recent Ship With Me video. So we're going to skip those. But other than that, we're going to go through every single sale that I sold on Poshmark and eBay between the 24th and the 30th of August. I also do have one on Depop, but I talked about that in my Ship With Me video, and none on Mercari. So we're just going to start off with this little sale here on Poshmark. This is a Torrid bundle of 2 cheetah print and romantic floral 3/4 sleeve blouses size 2X. In my description, I put the keywords cute, feminine, girly, going out, business casual, and lightweight. I originally did not have these listed together. I sourced these, I think, at different bin strips, and I had listed them separately, and then they had like no interest. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to bundle them together and see if they get some interest. And so I believe I had them listed for like $20. And then my Prime Lister automation tool, which I use for Poshmark, probably sent out that $18 offer. So for the cheetah top, I paid $2 for it. And if we split 18 in 2, it's 9. So I made $9 gross. That makes my profit $4.05. And that one took 197 days to sell. And then the floral one, which I also paid $2 for, my gross profit, is $9, making my profit $4.05. And the floral one took 208 days. So quite a while for both of those blouses to sell. You can see why I decided to eventually bundle them together. So if you add both of my net profits together, I have a net profit of $8.10 from this sale. So not too bad. I feel like Torrid either sells quickly for me or it sits for a long, long time. And those happened to sit for a very long time. This next sale also took forever to sell, but I'm happy to have it gone. You can tell that it took a while to sell because I no longer have this like sheet thing going on for pictures. Anyway, this is a Chico's navy blue white button-up cotton chambray nautical blouse size 2 medium. I believe that a size 2 in Chico's is a size medium, but now that I'm thinking about it, it might be like a size large. So that might be the reason that it didn't sell, because a Chico's isn't a size medium. A Chico's 2 isn't a size medium, it's a size large. Nonetheless, in my description, I put the keywords resort wear, classy, collared, mature, quiet luxury, vacation, beach, country club, breathable, coastal, minimalist, and business casual. I bought this from the Goodwill outlet for $2. It sold for $14, which I'm completely okay with because I had this in my closet forever. I do really like selling Chico's for bread and butter. I pick it up from the bins for really cheap, and then I sell it for also cheap, but there's still a good profit to be made. That makes my profit $9.05, and this took 478 days to sell. So a long time, but Chico's is still my weakness. Like, as long as it's cheap enough, I often pick it up. All right, next sale is something that I think I priced too low, and I'll tell you why in a sec. So this is an Eileen Fisher dark purple 100% cashmere quiet luxury soft sweater size small. In my description, I put the keywords classic Italian, lightweight, closet staple, and capsule wardrobe. This had a very, very tiny hole on the front of it, and I knew that when I sourced it. I actually featured this in my most recent yard sale haul on my channel, but I still wanted to buy it because the hole was very, very small, and this was a beautiful dark purple color. And I mean, when I say hole, it was teeny, teeny, tiny. So I listed it for $20, and it sold for my full asking price in not even like 10 minutes. I cross-listed it to Poshmark from eBay using Vendu, and bam, it sold right away. So I had $2 into this sweater. It sold for my full asking price of $20, like I said, making my profit $14. And like I said, 1 day to sell. So that is crazy. It says 1 day, even though it was 10 minutes, because I listed it on eBay, and then a day later is when I cross-listed it to Poshmark. I might have been able to list this for like 25 or 30, but I just wanted to sell it quickly because I feel like a hole is a pretty significant flaw. The dark purple color was definitely very yummy and good for the season. Next sale, we have this Cozy Earth blue white polka dot short sleeve bamboo pajama set size 2XL to 3XL. In my description, I didn't really put much. I just have all this information, which I got directly from Cozy Earth's website. I've sold many of these sets in the past. If you watched any of my What Sold videos, you will know Cozy Earth is a very good sleepwear / loungewear brand to resell. They also have like sheets you can buy. I got a bunch of these once at a thrift store. This set was new with tags. I've been selling these anywhere from like $35 to $45, but I was really happy to sell this for my full asking price of $50. I had $7 into it and it sold for $50. Like I said, I don't know how long this took exactly because on my sheet, I don't have written down every single Cozy Earth piece down, but this probably took about a year because it's been like a year since I went on this sourcing trip. But I've sold many of these sets, like I said, so it was definitely a really good investment. And those Cozy Earth sets have been my most popular item of all the Cozy Earth pieces I thrifted that day. All right, this next sale is a pair of Teva taupe leather outdoor capri wedge adjustable strappy sandals size 8. In my description, I put the keywords summer neutral, casual, travel grunge, minimalist, and utility. I'd never seen Tevas that looked like this before. I got them at the bins. They were in pretty good condition other than other than the toe imprints that you can see there on the picture. I paid $4 for these. They sold for my full asking price of $25, making my profit $16. These did take 252 days to sell, so quite a while, but my cost of goods was low, and I'm not going to pass up Teva for a good price because it is a great brand to resell. It's like a good bread and butter shoe brand. Next item that I sold was a dress. This is a Banana Republic black, pink, blue floral button-up 3/4 sleeve maxi dress size 4. In my description, I put the keywords modest flower, sophisticated, flowy, feminine, stylish, and going out. This dress was gorgeous. I do like to sell Banana Republic, especially their dresses, if they are in certain styles, and this being a maxi length inherently added value to it. Also, it was button up, and I was able to find a ton of stock photos with women wearing this dress. I mean, it was just a very gorgeous, flowy dress. I paid $6.50 for this at Uptown Cheapskate. It sold for $26, making my profit $14.30, and this only took 28 days to sell. So Banana Republic although it's a mall brand, some of their pieces can sell well, and I've sold a lot of Banana Republic new with tags dresses before, like a weird amount. I often find Banana Republic, well, I wouldn't say often, but I have found Banana Republic new with tags dresses a few times now at the thrift store, which is crazy. All right, this next sale is really, really good, but we're having a shipping problem, which I'll get into. So this is an Adriana Papel black lace cream sleeveless sheath formal event maxi size 14. I just realized I never even put dress in there, but I mean, it's obviously a dress. In my description, I put the keywords mother of the bride, mother of the groom, wedding, bridesmaid, pageant, black tie, and elegant. So I picked up this dress at Savers for a whopping $18. But I had a good feeling about this dress. I looked up comps. This was in excellent condition, very elegant. And I also feel like a really good dress for like mother of the bride, mother of the groom. That's why I included that keyword or those keywords. It sold for my full asking price of $60. Actually, no. I had it listed for $75 and I got a $60 offer, which I happily accepted because I barely had listed that long. So my profit is $30, which is great. And this only took 9 days to sell. So now the problem is that Poshmark says that it was never dropped off, which is concerning because a couple days ago, my husband dropped off my packages for me. And then I got a notification today. I think it was an email notification sent from Poshmark reminding me to ship this dress. When I thought I already shipped this dress, I remember packaging it in the package, the priority mail poly mailer. And so I looked downstairs in my office, I looked everywhere, and then I asked my husband to check his car because he was at work and it wasn't there. And then when I was dropping off my packages today, I talked with the woman about, maybe if they accidentally didn't scan it or something. And we were looking at the label together and we found out that it might have been an international sale. because the label did not look normal. And I remember the label not looking normal when I printed it out and put it on this label. And so I was thinking, wait, is this Guatemala? Because it said GU as the state or country. I wasn't sure. And I didn't even know that you could do international sales on Poshmark. So I was kind of confused, but I'm going to call USPS tomorrow and see if I can see if they actually have this in their possession, because I don't want to miss out on this $60 sale, because that's like one of my best sales of this week. So hopefully we can get that sorted out. I really love the lady. Well, she's not a lady. I'm making her sound old. She's like around my age that works at the USPS at the grocery store near me. We're tight. She's really cool. And she's super, super nice. All right. We have a few more on Poshmark. This is a really quick sale. This is a Beyond Yoga green space dye pocket high-waisted capri leggings size medium. I'm not sure why I put capri. Maybe that was the style name, but they don't look capri in length. In my description, I put the keywords athleisure, sports, fitness, active, travel, on the go, comfy, and gym. I think I might have priced these too low. I paid $3 for them at a yard sale recently, and they sold for my full asking price of $25. That makes my profit $17, and although it says these took one day to sell, I listed them on Poshmark, cross-listed them a day later, and they sold very, very quickly. The reason I only priced them at $25 is because eBay said that's what comps looked like, but the thing is, sometimes things can sell for more on Poshmark than they do on eBay. So if you're only an eBay seller, yeah, go off of eBay comps. But if you are also a Poshmark seller, sometimes you can sell some stuff for more on Poshmark, or maybe I just got really lucky with the sale and it sold. But I'm happy with that. I don't find Beyond Yoga that often, and I know that some people don't do well with that brand, but I'm very, very happy with that sale. All right, next sale we have is lower dollar than I would have liked, but I've had it for a while as well, so trying to clear out older inventory. This is a Gap medium wash retro streetwear casual Y2K 90s grunge denim jacket size 2XL. In my description, I put the keywords going out, neutral, and layering. I bought this at the Goodwill outlet for $5. I accepted a $16 offer. I think I had it only listed at like 25, and I felt like sales were kind of slow, and I wanted to keep sales moving as well. So accepted that $16 offer, making my profit $7.80, and this took 112 days. So not like a super long time, but I am glad to have that moved out. Vintage Gap can actually do pretty well. I'm 90% sure that that was vintage. I think the tag was paper, but I can't remember now. All right, here is another sale, which is kind of low dollar. This is a vintage R&K Originals Tropical Blue Green Summer Vacation Tank Pants Set, size 16. In my description, I put the keywords Hawaii, resort wear, beach, cute, floral, and eclectic. I remember picking this up at the thrift store because I thought this was the coolest and cutest and funnest vintage tropical set ever. I paid $8 for it. I think I had it listed at like 35 or 30, and I got an $18 offer. And I was just like, you know what? We're moving out of the summer season. I'm going to accept that. So my profit's only $6.40, but I'm okay with that because we're clearing out summer inventory, and this took 114 days. There was somebody who a couple months ago messaged saying that I think she said that she hadn't gotten paid yet, but she wanted to buy it and asked if it was still available, which I find kind of funny how sometimes buyers or potential buyers always ask if this is still available and the listing's still up, which doesn't make sense, right? Because if the listing's available, usually it's still for sale unless it's sold elsewhere and the seller forgot to delete it. All right, last sale on Poshmark is this hat, which I'm so glad sold. This is an Anna and Ava cream 100% paper straw colorful sequin fruit beachy sun floppy hat. In my description, I put the keywords festival, travel, tropical, and resort wear. I got this at the bins for $3. It sold for $15, which I think was my full asking price. I think I lowered it to that price. Actually, no, I think I had it listed for $20 and then I got a $15 offer, which I accepted, making my profit $9. And this took 248 days to sell. I like to pick up random hats and odds and ends at the bins, and I saw this and it was in really good condition. I thought the embroidered fruit was really cute. It was real straw. I don't know anything about the brand Anna and Ava. I might have Googled it, but I'm happy for the sale and I would pick that up again. Just a nice little bread and butter sale. Moving on over to eBay, we have this Waterford Clear Crystal 2007 Christmas tree holiday ornament. In my description, I put the keywords collectible, quality, and Y2K. I got this at a yard sale for $5. It sold for $24, which I believe was my full asking price. It was a reduced price, but it was my full asking price. And that makes my profit $13.66. And this only took 99 days to sell, which is pretty good. Although I think I made a mistake because if you look more carefully at this listing, I think it's actually 2001, not 2007. And this wasn't the only Waterford ornament that I got at that yard sale. And there was another ornament that actually said 2007. So I think that this might have been 2001. So hopefully the buyer noticed that. But I'm hoping that I don't get a return or anything. All right, next sale is this pure Ula Popkin blue cotton knit long sleeve log and look midi maxi dress size 20 to 22. In my description, I put the keywords beachy, breathable, comfy, ombre, and casual. I bought this at the Goodwill outlet for $3. It sold for $19, which was an offer that I sent out, making my profit $11.44, and this took 414 days to sell. So a really long time. I honestly thought this would sell much sooner because I feel like this dress has so many good factors. It's a larger size, it's really cool, it has an ombre effect, and it's cotton, but apparently not. Just happy to have that out of my closet. I remember getting that at the bins. I probably would do that again because it is a quality piece of clothing, but I don't know much about the brand Ula Popkin. I've sold it one other time, and the other time that I sold it, it was a blouse that was new with tags and was also a style-based pickup. So probably not a good brand to just pick up because it's that brand. All right, next sale, we have this PPLA cream open knit oversized boho beachy tassels log and look shirt size small. In my description, I put the keywords flowy, casual, festival, resort wear, and coastal. I bought this at the Goodwill outlet for $2. It sold for $15, which was my full asking price. Oh no, I had it listed for $18, and I accepted a $15 offer. That makes my profit $9.40, and this took 165 days to sell. This was a style-based pickup. I thought it was very beachy, bohemian, festival. I love the tassels. It was just a very, very beautiful, unique shirt. I don't know anything about the brand PPLA, but I would pick that up again. I say it all the time, but I love picking up style-based things from the Goodwill outlet. We have another Chico's sale. This is a Chico's gray open knit half sleeve wavy pattern neutral cardigan size medium. In my description, I put the keywords business casual, mature, layering, log and look, closet staple, wardrobe basic, office career work, and teacher. Lots of keywords on that one. I got this at the Goodwill outlet for $2. It sold for $14, which I believe was an offer that I accepted. That makes my profit $8.64, and this only took 84 days to sell. Like I said, I like to sell Chico's. If I get it for super cheap, I can flip it for super cheap. And this was the Traveler's Collection by Chico's. It was a very cool, interesting piece. I believe like the Travelers by Chico's line is stuff that you can wear on the go, when you're traveling, or just something you can wear out. I'm not actually sure, but that's what it seems to be like based on the pieces that I've sold in the past. All right, this next sale was pretty unexpected. I mean, I expected it after seeing all the watchers on it, but I didn't realize it would get this much attention. This is a Coldwater Creek blue, colorful floral button-up grandma core sweater size 3X. In my description, I put the keywords multicolor, cozy, cabin core, cutesy, 80s, 90s, garden girl, cottagecore, and layering. I bought this from the Goodwill outlet for $4. It sold for my full asking price of $30, making my profit $18.80, and this only took 6 days to sell. I remember getting a watcher right away and then another watcher, and I was like, I'm not going to send out any offers because I think it might be able to sell for my full asking price of $30. Coldwater Creek isn't necessarily a Bolo brand, but they sell a lot of styles that can be really good to sell, and I've sold a new with tags dress from them before. I think they retail for a good amount, but they just don't have a lot of resale value. I would have picked up this cardigan had it been any vintage brand or any brand in general. But this one was Coldwater Creek, and it was a size 3X, which I think really, really helped it to sell. And like I said, it only took 6 days to sell, which is great. This next sale is a Disney men's button-up. This is a Disney 100 blue multicolor fantasy fairy tale Mickey Mouse button-up shirt size large. In my description, I put the keywords cartoon, classic, nostalgia, childhood, and magical. I bought this at Uptown Cheapskate for $2. It sold for my full asking price of $20, making my profit $13.20. And this took 51 days to sell. So relatively quickly, I got this at Uptown Cheapskate when I was quickly looking in the men's section, and I saw that this was only priced at $10 plus 80% off of that. And so I thought, I gotta get this. Like, I would get this at the bins, and so with it being that cheap at the thrift store, I'm gonna get it. This next sale's really, really good. I said that Adriana Papel dress was my best sell, or one of my best, but this one beats it. This is a new Mother Black Not Guilty, the Insider Crop Step Free Casual Jeans, size 28. In my description, I put the keywords everyday, cute, closet staple, wardrobe basic, minimalist, and neutral. I got this also at Uptown Cheapskate for $13.50. And it sold for an offer of $70, making my profit $39.70. And this took 62 days to sell. This was new with tags. It had mother tags, but it also had a free people tag, retailed for $218. That's crazy. I can't believe anyone would pay $218 for a pair of jeans, but I sold them for $70. I would have liked to get closer to $100 or maybe more than $100, but I felt like my sales are usually lower dollar, so any sale over $50 is exciting, and I'm more willing to accept offers. This next sale is this Janie and Jack Boys Red Gray Knit Polar Bear 100% cotton sweater size 5T. In my description, I put the keywords Christmas, holiday, winter, novelty, festive, family pictures, cute, and unique. I paid $2 for this at the Goodwill outlet. It sold for $8, making my profit $4.08. And this took 288 days to sell. I think I could have gotten a lot more for this, but I've already had it for a while. So it didn't sell last winter season, but I think I could have probably sold it this winter season for more money. But that's okay. Janie and Jack can be a good kids brand to resell. And I found that at the bins. I've only ever found Janie and Jack one other time, but it is a good kids brand. It is good to know good kids brands to resell because a lot of people don't know a lot of good kids brands, and so they're often missed at the thrift store, and you can pick them up to resell. This next sale is this Desigual multicolor prints, stripes, sheer sleeves, tiered Carol mini dress, size large. In my description, I put the keywords artsy, art to wear, wearable art, party, festival, colorful, dance, unique, and event. I got this at the Goodwill outlet for $2. I remember that day at the bins was kind of a sucky day in terms of finding stuff, but then I found this and I was pretty happy. It sold for an offer of $28, making my profit $19.28. And this took 160 days to sell. Desigual is like a fun, artsy brand. I've sold it a few times. I also have a few other things listed in my store, and I really like it. I think their pieces are fun and cool. This next sale is also super low dollar. That's okay though. I've had this forever, so I wanted to sell it. And it's a dress, so, nice to sell it before we get into winter. This is a universal thread, black linen blend, minimalist cottagecore midi dress, size extra large. In my description, I put the keywords modest, closet staple, wardrobe basic, little black dress, sheath dress, neutral and quality, and sundress. I got this at the Goodwill outlet for $3. It only sold for $10, which was an offer I accepted, making my profit $4.60. This took 323 days to sell. Usually I don't pick up the brand Universal Thread, but this was a linen blend and a larger size and a really cheap cost of goods. So I decided to try it out. I'm just a sucker for anything that has good material and is a larger size. So I don't know, maybe I would fall trap to it and pick it up again. This next sale is this pair of Miss Me medium wash, stretchy, bejeweled, embellished skinny capri jeans, size 12. In my description, I put the keywords maximalism, sparkle, casual, everyday, and going out. This was a pair of girls capri jeans. I got these at the bins for $2. They sold for my full asking price of $20, which was a reduced price, making my profit $13.20, and this took 199 days to sell. I don't know though. I don't know if I'd pick these up from a regular thrift store. It depends on the price. But for only $2, I was definitely going to pick these up, and they were very bejeweled and cool. So some little girl is going to be wearing these to school and is going to be super cool wearing them. All right, this next sale was a very quick sale. Also from my most recent yard sale trip. I got a lot of goodies in that sale that sold before I even had the chance to put them away in my bins. This is an LL Bean Tan Signature 1933 chamois, not sure how to say that, cloth long sleeve regular button up shirt size small. In my description, I put the keywords classic outdoor, quality lumberjack, and casual. I paid $3 for this. I think I sent out a $20 offer and it sold, making my profit $12.20. And this only took 1 day to sell. Actually, no, I didn't send out the $20 offer. Someone sent me the $20 offer and I accepted it. I was debating about accepting it because I already had like 2 watchers, but I thought, you know what? Let's just get it out of here and sell it. So I did. So we have a few more sales. I sell a lot on eBay, but they're lower dollar, so they kind of like all add up. We have another Waterford ornament sale, and a lot of them say repeat buyer, so I think that the same person bought all of them. This is a Waterford Clear Crystal 2007 Christmas Jolly Snowman Holiday Ornament. See, this one was the 2007. I think it said it. What did it say 2007? I'm not sure. Maybe I saw someone else's eBay listing for this exact ornament and learned it was 2007. In my description, I put collectible quality and Y2K, same keywords that I put in my other Waterford ornament. Paid $5 for this, sold for $24, making my profit $13.66. And this took 102 days to sell. All right, these next few sales are crazy, you guys, because I mean, they're not crazy, but they're just very interesting. So I bundled these 3 shirts up because they're from a brand that isn't really notable, but they were all a similar style, similar colorway, and all the same size. This is a set of Notations bundle of 3 button-up purple-black geometric long-sleeve shirt size 3X. In my description, I put the keywords business casual, lightweight, cyber goth, and closet staple. I bought these for 50 cents a piece at a estate sale, but I think I ended up throwing a few of those pieces away. And so my cost of goods for these 3 shirts is $2, sold for my full asking price of $20, making my profit $13.20. And this took 130 days to sell. And then I believe the same buyer bought these 2 shirts, also from the brand Notations that I bundled together because they're all the same size and they sold like right after each other. So I'm pretty sure that the same person bought them because it also said a repeat buyer on this sale. This is a Notations bundle of 2 white, orange, black diamond button up long sleeve size 3X. In my description of this, I put business casual, feminine, lightweight, closet staple, flattering, and avant-garde. I paid $1 for both of these, so it was correct because I paid 50 cents for each. And it sold for my full asking price of $22, making my profit $15.72. And this took 130 days to sell. Kind of funny how those 3 shirts sold for only $20 and then these 2 shirts sold for $22. I wonder how the buyer felt about that too, but it was only a $2 difference and I didn't intentionally mean to like make that one more expensive. Anyway, we have a few more sales, you guys. This is a Old Navy dress. Old Navy butter yellow tiered slub knit summer mini swing dress size 3X. In my description, I put the keywords lightweight, flowy, and casual. I don't know if butter yellow is still trendy, but I'm still using it as a keyword. I paid $2.50 for this, I believe at Uptown Cheapskate. Sold for an offer of $15, which I accepted, making my profit $8.90, and this took 29 days to sell. Usually I wouldn't pick this up if it was like any other size, but 2X and 3X. And with it being butter yellow, I felt like it was worth picking up. Not a huge profit, but I'm okay with that. And then I also sold this sweater, which I think I could have gotten more for if I'd waited because we're back in the winter season, but happy to be moving out old inventory. This is a Banana Republic pink, super soft, shaggy, fuzzy, girly, long sweater cardigan size large. In my description, I put the keywords dainty, winter warm, outdoor travel, comfy, closet staple, capsule wardrobe, has pockets, duster, mother, quiet luxury, and mom. I don't know why I put mother and mom as keywords, but I guess I did. This sweater was so soft. It had, I think the material tag was cut out, but it was super soft. I got this from a friend actually who was going to resell and then she decided not to. And so I got this from her for $0 and it sold for $10, which was an offer that I accepted. Like I said, I think I could have gotten way more because it was super soft and a cute light pink color, but that's okay. That makes my profit $7.60 and this took 289 days to sell. So you can see why I was willing to sell it for only $10 and then my friend got 25% of the profits. I think I did that right. I think I then owed her $2, so I might owe her a little more. But yeah, I was giving her 25% of everything that she gave me when she decided to not resell anymore. All right, 2 more sales, you guys. This also didn't give me a huge profit, but I'm really in the mindset of moving inventory in and out. So if I'm making a profit, I'm okay. This is a Basic Editions green denim, yellow floral embroidered cottagecore midi dress, size extra large. In my description, I put the keywords granola girl, hippie, flower child, summer, spring, vintage, and cute. Oh wait, was there a flaw? Looks like there was a flaw. Oh, there was a small mark near the armpit. Let's see. Okay, that's the tiniest mark, but I did mention it. I paid $8 for this dress. It sold for only $20, making my profit $7.20. This took 101 days to sell. I was really surprised actually when I looked at my sheet and saw that I paid $8 for this, because that's kind of a lot for a style-based pickup. I thought this dress was gorgeous though. It was a larger size, and it was this beautiful like green denim. It was beautiful green color, and it was denim, and it was embroidered on the bottom and on the neckline and on the pocket. It was just very pretty. So I had a hard time not picking that up. As you can see, I picked it up. Okay, last sale, you guys, is the last Waterford Crystal sale. I'm kind of excited that I picked these up. I'm glad I picked them up because I wasn't sure if they'd sell, but I think now that we're like approaching Christmas, kind of. I mean, Christmas is still a few months away, but people might be buying for Christmas. This is a Waterford Clear Crystal Christmas Santa Claus reindeer holiday ornament. In my description, I put the keywords collectible quality and Y2K, same as those other 2 Waterford Crystal listings. Paid $5 for this. It sold for $22, so $2 less than those other 2, making my profit $12.11. And this took 103 days to sell. I think I have 3 more Waterford crystals left. I've sold 1 Waterford crystal that was a snowflake shape from 1999 a couple months ago, or maybe just a month ago, but a little while ago. And then recently I sold these 3 Waterford ornaments. So I only have a few left, but I do feel like it was a really good investment. I'm only making like bread and butter money on the sales, but I'm okay with that. Anyway, you guys, that is it for the sales we're going to go through today.
That's it for this What Sold video. I really appreciate you watching. If you stayed until the end, comment mind over matter because I like this shirt. And if you comment on my YouTube video, it does help the algorithm and push my video out to more people, which I really do appreciate. But if you don't want to do that, that's okay. I just appreciate you watching this video, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.